Because I remember you were like Milpera, what that school you used to go to. It used to be challenging for me to see you trying to speak English and you couldn't get your words out. And it used to be very difficult to watch, Because you'd be sitting there trying to say, hey teacher, come here, and she'd be like, like like, you don't know how hard that was for me to sit there and actually watch you scream on top of your lungs, like.
Welcome back to ID Sabz, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back again. This is episode 3, and I'm happy to be here, very happy. And as you know, my name is Sabri, Brisbane City. And I'm here with my good friend. His name is Cleo. I'm gonna let him introduce himself even more.
Yeah, as the big boss just said, my name is Cleo. I go by Cleo. I've known this geezer for a while now. He hit me up 20 minutes ago. He said, yo, Cleo, I have this something going on. I'm gonna hit you up. Let me see what we can do. Have a little chat on the podcast. So here we are, and hopefully we can have a great time, and I'm very happy to be here.
Alright, man. It's nice to have you here, bro. And how have you been, man?
Been good, man.
How's life?
It depends on what you're asking about it.
It's a job.
Job has been alright.
Volunteering.
I'm always volunteering. Last week, actually, I went out to Woodridge. Me and my friends, we gathered around, we bought about $500 worth of food, and we went into the community and we just served the homeless people. And
that's good work, bro. You're actually doing good work, man.
Yeah, make sure everyone was fed, and we also got some clothes outside of not only our family circle, but outside friends and families as well. And we got some clothes and donated to the homeless people.
But I'm proud of you, man.
So always
I didn't think like the past Cleo would have done that.
I mean, you have always known me, and I think back then till now I've kind of changed my ways. And
what made you change?
Life experience, I feel like I've grown as a person, and I've grown to understand how the world works, and I've just simply morphed and shaped and fitted into how the current world is going, and I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright, yeah. I'm just surviving.
Would you say you're struggling at the moment?
I would kind of say that. Not like fully, but I would like say that a little bit.
Yeah, how come?
I'm very happy to be here, obviously. I like what I'm doing, but I would say there is a little struggle in balancing everything. It could be work, it could be study, it could be what you like doing, which is this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So balancing everything together is difficult. It gets difficult sometimes, but we don't have choice. We still have to do it.
I mean, you do have a choice.
What choice is that?
To leave everything behind and give up on yourself, which is not the right thing to do, but I just feel like no matter what you do.
Do you think I would do it?
I'm not gonna say what you would do, but do I think you would?
Personally, I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would just give up, I think I would persist through it. But apart from that, obviously, I just wanted to ask, where do you come from, bro? Like, you want to tell them where you come from? And what country?
I'm from the great motherland of Congo, the Democratic Republic. And yeah, that's it. I'm from there. Life is very interesting. There's a lot of happening at the moment there, which
Yeah.
is very scary stuff.
Yeah, we don't wanna get into that.
Which is actually your country.
Okay.
Committing genocide in my country, but
We don't wanna.
let's not get into that today. Maybe another time.
We don't wanna get into politics, but
It's not politics. I mean, it's what's going on right now in the world. You wouldn't like to address the issues?
Nah, it's good to address them, obviously.
Thank you. So you do like politics?
No, I don't. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just don't want this to be like a talk about politics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you think a lot of people?
Because
hate
I
it?
wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
That's fair.
You know,
That's fair,
I don't
yeah.
have too much information on it, so I don't want to be in it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think a lot of people are scared of the word politics?
I'm not scared of the word. I don't want to be in it.
No, politics can mean a lot of things.
Like,
Everything that's going on is politics. It doesn't have to be the bad things. There can be bad events going on. That's still politics. You can talk about the good stuff that's going on.
what do you think is the good stuff going on? I mean,
Donald Trump won the election.
do you support
He-
Donald Trump?
I'm not gonna say I support Donald Trump. I'm gonna say I align. My view kind of aligns with his values, and I do
Okay.
believe in a lot of stuff that he does.
All right, that's beautiful, bro. Your opinion matters.
Everyone's opinion matters.
I don't know. What do you like doing for fun, man? Tell them.
I didn't know this about myself before,
Yeah.
which I've kind of come to realize. I really love dates. I love going on dates. Like, just having that free time and hitting up your missus and be like, you wanna go on a date, and going on a date and having an amazing time.
Do you have a missus?
I don't think I would share that if I didn't have a missus.
Okay.
But it's kind of something that I've kind of started to realize that I really enjoy.
Yeah. What do you usually do on the dates?
I wouldn't really like to disclose the information,
Yeah.
but me and my partner have had a lot of dates recently, and I feel like each date is so like its own story to tell, and I feel like I've come to It's getting crazy. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like each date just shapes our relationship and gets us even stronger, and I really love my partner. I love you, baby.
You didn't have to do that, but it's nice having you here. It's nice that you have a missus. I'm happy for you, man. Like,
I'm happy for you too that you don't have a missus.
another question though, do you like girls or boys?
In what? Like, can you please be like a bit more specific?
Well, that now seems like a stupid question since we have talked about having misses previously.
So you're asking me if I like boys intimately?
Or monogamy, polygamy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, nah, that's not my that's not my preference,
Oh.
and I have nothing against people who prefer that. Maybe you brought that up because, you know, who knows? You might
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
like you brought up the question because you feel like you're like starting to gravitate more towards that specific gender, which is male, and I have nothing against that. You're always gonna have my support regardless of what kind of.
No.
What do you mean no?
I mean, no, because I know in my heart I like girls, bro.
In your heart, so you don't trust it. You just. It's alright, you know. You don't have to come out now. There's always time.
Okay. I'm not gonna defend myself, but you know what I mean, man. You know me.
Don't know what you mean.
You know how I am, bro.
Trust me, I do. Yep.
Do you like me though?
That
Would you say-
depends. That depends on the time and place, and what do you mean by do you like me? Because you're asking some weird questions.
No. It's not like
I just asked me that question before. Now you ask me if I like you. Starting to get somewhere with these questions.
no, as in like as a friend.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do you like me as a friend? Do you think I'm a good friend?
What? What are we trying to get with these questions? What sort of...
Vanilla or chocolate, bro?
What's outside like?
What do you mean? What's outside like?
Like
It's
vanilla.
a simple question. Black or white?
Yeah, is it
Vanilla
hot
or
outside? Is it cold outside? What are we
Right
talking-
now?
Nah, so I can base my question based on truth. I mean, if it's like a very cloudy day, then maybe like a chocolate. If it's like hot, sunny, rainy a bit-ish, then probably vanilla. But I don't discriminate.
Okay, bro. That's good to know. And well, when you see this thing at the back, like what do you see when you see this thing here?
To be quite honest, I think it's pretty stupid. But it's not fair to call someone's idea stupid.
What do you feel though when you see it? Like,
What do I feel?
yeah, does it make you feel anything?
I feel like I want to kill myself for looking at it, but what can you do?
It makes you feel like you want to kill yourself.
It just doesn't make sense. What is it? Tell me more about it.
Nah, just when I see it, I feel like somehow connected. You know, like it's going in circles, connected with each other. So it's like,
You're starting to get some of those questions in this. Go on.
you know what I'm saying? Like connected with each other, connected with myself. So when I see it, it's like the connection with myself.
Yeah, man. I love Jesus, bro.
I love Jesus as well.
Hey,
Are you
man.
Christian? Yeah.
Hey, man. That looks kind of weird.
Stop looking at it now, bro. It's getting.
Jesus Christ. May God forgive us.
But apart from that,
Yeah.
it's good to see you again. It's been a long time. We haven't seen each other for a bit.
For years now, yeah?
I wouldn't say years, but like I'll say in a minute. That's how they say usually.
Yeah.
And I've always thought you're a very well-spoken person, and you know what you're saying by heart, by brain as well.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to ask you this question, like, where does your knowledge come from?
Where does my knowledge come from?
Yeah.
I feel like even from a young age, I've kind of grown up to have to kind of figure out what was going on around me most of the times,
Yeah.
because I grew up in a very tough environment, and I feel like when you grow up in a tough environment, you kind of have no choice but to try and figure out what's going on around you. And ever since I was a child, I always questioned things. I'd always ask questions. I've always been open to learn new things, and I feel like that has always translated to not only from my childhood, but also till now. I'm still very curious. I think I can learn a lot through not only people, but through things around the world, to things that are going on. And I wouldn't like to think I have a lot of knowledge, but I know I'm not stupid. And it's very good to know that you're not stupid.
Do you think the things that happen around you, they define who you are, or they make up who you are? Like your environment, your surroundings. It could be your family around you, it could be your friends around you. So they influence
Nah,
who you're meant to be.
I don't think that things going on around you define who you are, because you grew up around war doesn't mean you have to be a jackass to other people who never went through war. Because you grew up in a nice home doesn't mean you have to be a jackass to people who grew up without nice homes. So I don't think your environment kind of dictates who you are. I think it's more of the type of person you choose to become, and the type of person you want to become, and the type of person you cease to become. Because if you want to be a very good person, you're gonna start doing things to align yourself to be good. If you want to be a bad person, you're gonna start doing things to align yourself to be bad. And that has nothing to do with your environment. If you're a jackass, you're a jackass. This is what it is. You just chose to be like that. And
Okay. And what do you think your identity is in that
my identity,
yeah, in that whole thing?
what whole thing?
In that whole like situation.
No, P Diddy, bro. Just
No, it's bro, we're not talking about
yeah.
no Diddy here.
That goes the same for me as well. I don't think because I've gone through something that defines who I am. I don't think that's it. I mean, me and you both, we know how it is like back home, and that scenario did not define us. We came here, we grew up, and I think we still have a long way to go. We still have a lot of things to
Accomplish.
and learn along the way. And I don't think because we were born in Africa, that solely made us what the kind of the stereotype is. That didn't make us dumb.
We are very smart.
That didn't make us dumb. That didn't make us jackasses. That didn't make us arrogant. That didn't make us bad people. Nothing. We're not the best people, but we try our best.
Yeah, we are normal. Try to be consistent and persistent at the same time, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
whatever you said, yeah.
Yeah, and I always think that your character defines your actions, and then your actions define your values. You know, those three things, I always think they're connected somehow, because what you do obviously defines those values that you actually commit to.
Yeah.
And those values define your character.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, if you choose to be a good person, then you're gonna do things that align with being a good person. If you want to be a bad person, you're gonna do things that align with being a bad person, and you just
Do you think you're a good person?
You word it perfectly. Do I think I'm a good person? I would like to think so, but again, you can't think for other people, and you shouldn't really let other people's opinion get to you. I think I hold my part. I do my part. I wouldn't see suffering and just walk away. Maybe that's the definition of good.
You wouldn't. What do you mean you wouldn't see me suffering? And
Like if I saw you, like let's say hypothetically,
because sometimes there's homeless people on the road. Somehow I've seen you just walk.
let's say hypothetically,
Yeah.
let's say hypothetically, I saw you outside.
Mm.
Let's say you did something stupid,
Mm.
you're getting your ass beat,
Mm.
there's girls all over you smashing you, and I wouldn't just be like,
Smashing me. What do you mean by that?
let's say like you're caught up in a group of guys and
Oh.
they're throwing punches at you and
Oh.
they're beating you down and giving you a pretty hard time. I wouldn't just walk away. I'd be like, hey,
So you would defend me?
I wouldn't defend you. I would take you away from the danger.
How will you do that, bro? How will you do that?
That'd be-
Because I know you're not like the Flash or Superman or any of that.
That's the point. That's the thing about people, right? You don't really have to be a superhero to make a difference in the world. You don't have to be the best looking. I mean, you don't have to be the best looking. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the smartest.
Small, blue, alien. Can just
Yeah,
raise up,
you can change the world in different shapes and form, and
make a positive impact.
in fact,
Impact, bro. Impact. Make a positive impact, bro.
make a positive impact. Yep,
Around the community and
positive
the
impact.
world.
Yeah.
Impact, man. I said impact.
Oh,
What are you
trust me,
trying
you're
to-
wearing a mic. You did not say. You did not say. You're wearing a mic too.
But
You're trying to lie. You're wearing a mic. Yeah.
But I'm happy with myself, you know.
What do you think it takes for you to be in a situation where you like yourself and you're happy for the situation you're in?
Just doing what I'm doing what I'm happy to do. So let's say I like my hobby. So when I'm doing my hobby, I'm happy
Yeah.
that I'm doing it, even though there's other, issues or obstacles behind the scenes of the hobby or of what I'm doing
Yeah,
at the moment.
I wouldn't imagine myself in a situation where I'm playing for a team and I'm really, really good, and in a game I go on my phone and get kicked out of. Like, that would be a pretty bad situation to be in as a person.
Like, hypothetically, usually that person did something wrong, because while we playing a game and in the middle of the game, someone goes on your phone. Why would you do that?
That's funny.
And then,
like, hypothetically,
the coach sees you. It's like,
hypothetical. Right?
Hypothetical. Who is that guy, bro? Who does he think he is? We're in the middle of the game. We're in the middle of the game, and then you go pick up your phone. Yeah,
that would really suck if someone was in that situation.
It's disrespectful to the players. It's disrespectful to the coach.
Yeah.
It's very disrespectful to
even yourself.
To yourself. Yeah.
That you do that to yourself. That's
like a decision had to be made, Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, of course. I feel like me and you have come a long way.
Yeah, we have. Long way.
With, Jesus Christ, how long has it been? 5 years and a bit? 5, 6 years?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I've grown a lot. You have grown a lot. Now we're just here sharing the moment, talking about the past.
It's always fun to look at, like, because I remember you were like my para, what that school you used to go to. He used to be challenging for me to see you trying to speak English and you couldn't get your words out. And it used to be very difficult to watch, because you'd be sitting there trying to say, "Hey teacher, come here," and you'd be like, like like, you don't know how hard that was for me to sit there and actually watch you scream on top of your lungs, like trying to get the teacher's attention, and I would just be like, "Hey miss, I think Sabri needs some assistance."
There's no I did that, bro. Let's be honest.
Man, it used to be difficult for me to, but obviously you've grown, you can speak now, which I'm very proud about. You obviously put a lot of time into teaching yourself how to speak, and I'm proud of where your English has kind of came from, because, Jesus. Like, that was not a language that you could just call a teacher and they would understand.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I've grown a lot, bro. I appreciate the long way that we have came from. Like, we came from far away. And
yeah, obviously you've came the most, because too. I think you faced the most adversity out of us too, and to see you here like standing strong still is very inspiring. Not just for me, but for all of our friends and family watching home, and I'm really happy for you, mate.
I think that's it. Do you have anything else to say to the people?
Obviously, this is Sabri. He's trying to start something big he's trying to take this a long way, actually. We've tried once before. Just relax. We've tried one podcast before, and Jesus, God knows where that thing is stuck.
I see this one going somewhere. I do.
We put it on a hold, and everybody started acting bossy. Kevina disappeared. Nick disappeared. Victor now is too grown, apparently, to do this anymore. Sabri went separately. Sabri went solo. He wants to be his own band now. And I'm just that guy that's left. All by myself. No help. No Victor. No this guy. No Nick. Just me by myself. And then obviously I was offered this good opportunity to come and see what we could have had as a team, but it was cut short, and I'm very disappointed, but I'm happy to be here a couple of times again.
All right, yeah, I've had Cleo. Cleo Face, my good friend. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Either way, if you don't, you still see the same video again and again every week.
Yeah.
And we out.
Love you, babe.